Alright, we're going to try round 2. Already tried to record this video once and it did not work, so we're going to try round 2. Don't worry if you don't see me. I had to not worry myself. I'm more focused on the product and the wheel and the tire, so if my face isn't visible, it is what it is. I'm going to try to creep down like this, but it's really awkward, and I'm working with a standard phone. Doesn't work out too well. You do what you got to do to make it in life. That's how it is. That's life lesson number 1 for the video. But Formula 88, is it as crazy as what people make it seem to be? Is it detrimental? Is it deadly for your wheels and tires that people are afraid of? To be completely honest, I'm going to start off by saying this, that people spend somewhere close to $25 a gallon for degreaser. And yeah, you can cut it 4-to-1, you can cut it and all that stuff, but it's still not as strong as a lot of other degreasers, and it still is not as effective. And so I don't overthink things. I understand what I'm working with. Is it clear coated? Is it not clear coated? Is it aftermarket? Is it stock? Is it OEM? Is it aluminum? Or what exactly is it? What am I working on? What am I trying to do? And so for 95% of the car owners out there, I mean, you're dealing with a car that is either a hubcap like this, or you're dealing with something that is clear coated from the factory. Most of the times you don't have the case where clear coat isn't existent. Usually that's in special cases, special models of vehicles, or aftermarket wheels. There's always exceptions to the rules. In any rule, there's always some type of exception. But with that being said, Formula 88 is not as deadly as people make it seem to be. Just because you can buy it at Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's, and just because it's running at about $5 a gallon does not mean it is a low quality, under par degreaser. We're addicted to Super Clean. We think it's amazing. We're addicted to Purple Power. We think it's amazing. But all of a sudden now Formula 88 gets this bad rap that it's not effective. It's a subpar product, and it's does more harm than good. I'm going to go ahead and show you today that Formula 88 does not do harm. It is a very easy to use product. It is very safe to use. Do I use it on every vehicle that I work on? No, I do not. But I use it on a lot of the vehicles I work on, because some of the vehicles that I work on require a special type of wheel cleaner, requires something that is pH balance, fallout removers and iron removers, and we'll talk about those later. But sometimes you have that type of job. And so right now, if you can see in the video, I think you can, this stuff is starting to eat at it. The first thing I always do when I approach a vehicle is I rinse down the wheels and tires in case they're warm, in case they're hot or whatever, and I spray the tires down immediately. If I'm in the shade, I'll go ahead and I'll spray down the wheels with Formula 88. And then the first thing after, or the next thing that I do after that, is I go ahead and I attack it. Now, already immediately it is breaking down grease, grime, old tire shines that I've used, old dressings. I only use water-based dressings, so I mean it's coming off extremely easy. It's very easy to remove, very safe, very effective. I actually personally know some of the owners of Formula 88, and they are telling me that it is safe to use on almost anything. If you're concerned, dilute the product. If you're not too concerned and you feel comfortable, go at it full strength. You're completely fine with that. There's nothing wrong with a product like this. And so I sprayed it down with the Formula 88. I saturated it. I scrubbed it. And I mean, it just turned brown. It is just completely gone. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attack now the wheel. In this case, the hubcap. This is my personal vehicle. I just wanted a base model vehicle so I can get the job done, so I can go ahead and run my business. And it does the job. It's very, very efficient in what I'm trying to do. And so it gets the job done. I got no complaints at all. The Toyota Corolla, it's not the most glamorous car out there, but it gets the job done. And that's what matters, right? Don't worry about what you don't have. Worry about what you do have. And so that's done. That's tackled. And here's the deal. I mean, we're dealing with a hubcap here. Something like this, you don't overthink it. You don't overthink the situation. Now, I'm going to rinse this off, and then I'm going to take in to see what we're exactly working with here. So here's a word that we use in the paint correction field. The tire or the surface is flat. The water is not beating off. It is sheeting off at a normal pace that gravity would allow it to sheet off at. It's just flowing off. It is self-drying. Of course, what you want to do is always take some type of blow dryer or something to it. Something to blow dry it, you know, whatever. You know, you want to get the excess liquid off. But okay, so now that we got that done, Formula 88 is not a bad product to use, and it is safe for most environments. In most situations, it's biodegradable, eco-friendly. You can use it on interiors, exteriors, dilute it as necessary. It's a strong product, but it's not too strong, so I'd say full strength for wheels and tires. If you want to go interiors 4-to-1, 5-to-1, maybe if you want to go up to 10-to-1, depending on how light the job is, you can do that. But okay. So for those people who are now kind of over-analytical and kind of anal about their wheels and tires, well, now I got a bare surface. I basically just put Dawn dish soap up to my wheel, and now what do I do now? Well, this is what a lot of people don't talk about when it comes to Bead Maker, and I talk about this product so much, and I'm addicted to it like every other detailer. People don't realize this. They think, okay, I can saturate the panel with Bead Maker, and it works that way, you know, and all that. You can actually use it as a spray-on, rinse-off method. And so, basically, how I do it, and I do it all the time, I go ahead, spray the product, spray the wheel down, spray the product on the wheel, and it's already created a layer, a coating, all that stuff. And now the water's beating off. Like, it's beating off a little bit. There you go. It's beating off. I just got myself soaked over here. But the water's beating off. It's a great way of protecting the vehicle. Actually, that's how I take care of my vehicle. I spray it on and I rinse it off. So, okay, now that that's done, now that we have the wheel is protected, the tire has been cleaned, and address, I mean, I'm wiping down, and there's barely any dirt coming off there. That's just maybe the inefficiency of me actually on my process, on my end, but that's not the product. That's just me. Like, there's hardly any dirt coming off. Imagine if we would have done two scrubs, we would have done 2 applications of the Formula 88. So now the last thing I want to talk about today is a product that I've grown to love recently. Now, I've said this all the time, I am not a salesman for PNS, Double Black, or any PNS products, but I do love PNS, and I love some of their products. And so I want to talk about PNS's Shine All tire dressing. It is a high shine, high gloss tire dressing, and I'll tell you what I love the most about it. It's so affordable. For $20 a gallon, this stuff is extremely affordable, extremely economical, and it gets the job done. I mean, I'm the clients that I see every 2 weeks, I mean, the tires, just a little remnant of tire shine left, but not like, oh my gosh, there's tire shine on it. It's like you have to look at it in the right light, and you still see some of the dressing on it, but it is such an effective product, and I love it to death. So I want to show you kind of how this stuff works and kind of the results of it. You can do one of two ways of doing it. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll just spray it on. Of course, it's water-based, so it goes on white. It stays that way, and then once it's dry, it goes to clear, translucent, to a high gloss. But for the sake of the video, because most people don't like to spray and walk away, apparently, you can go ahead and spray it on an applicator of sorts. I get these for like less than $1. They're phenomenal. I love them to death. And just go ahead and just wipe it in to the tire. Now, I'm not in the sun here, so I'm not going to have the drying that you would get, you know, from the sun. So it's going to show white for a little bit. But after we apply it, and I kind of describe the product a little bit, you know, we'll take a look and see. But, okay, so now that it's applied to the surface, it obviously is still white, it's still wet, it still needs to dry. But what I love about it is that it is dilutable. Now, it's not dilutable like CarPro Pearl or Meguiar's Hyper Dressing. I mean, you can dilute it up to 4-to-1, but it's not the most effective. You know, I like it as a full-strength product that I use on tires and tires alone. but I have used it on interiors, and it does work very well. My favorite thing that I love to use it on, diluted half and half, is on engine bays. When I spray it on engine bays, it gives a sheen like none other. It is a beautiful finish and a beautiful look. And so the Shine All dressing is really, really effective, really intricate in my business, and I use it all the time. It's pretty much my go-to tire shine. I don't like those ghetto, they call it the ghetto shine. I don't like those high shine tire shines. I say ghetto shine, not offensively, but that's just the terminology here in South Florida and Miami market. And that's what a lot of detailers will, that's the term that they'll use. And so now that I got that done, I'll go ahead and I wipe it down. And the product comes out to a nice sheen. It is not too glossy. It is not too extravagant. It is not too out there. It gives a nice look and a nice finish. But with that being said, if you wanted to do another coat, you're more than capable and more than able to do another coat. So I'm just going to do 2 sprays on my applicator. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to apply it in. And it's going to take the gloss level up to the next notch. It's not going to be a whole lot more gloss, but it's up to the next notch. So that right there is effectively cleaning, dressing, or cleaning, protecting, and dressing the tires and the wheels. Now, of course, it's always good to go through, maybe get some last minute dirt off here, or if there's any water, any dry spots or whatever. This hubcap is shot. It's gone straight down to the pits, so I need a new one. But I kind of wanted to show you this. Sorry for making kind of a longer video. I'm looking at about 12 minutes right now. But these products are phenomenal, and I'm going to take you in right now so you can kind of get a look at it. I mean, that is just a beautiful, beautiful finish. The tire has been thoroughly cleaned and protected and dressed, as well as the wheel has been thoroughly cleaned and protected with Beadmaker as well. I love how Beadmaker, you can just go ahead and spray it on and rinse it off. These products are so effective. They work tremendous in my company. Of course, we didn't even attack the wheel wells. There's so much more we can do, but there's so much room that we, there's so many more videos that we can do with that. And so with that being said, guys, once again, my name is Beau Million from Million Reflections Luxury Automotive Detailing based out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. If you want to get a hold of some Formula 88 degreaser, I can get you connected to the owners. They'll definitely take care of you. Tell them that Beau Million sent you. If you want to go ahead and get a hold of any Beadmaker, Shine All, or any PNS products, there's a couple other products that I use in my lineup on a consistent basis, and they're very, very effective. They're very good products. So if you want to get a hold of any of those, feel free to let me know. Shoot me a comment down below, and I'll go ahead and I'll send you whatever links and whatever numbers I need to send you. Also, if there's any other products that you would like to see me cover, do a review on, if you have any questions about my business, my personal life, I'm an open book. Whatever information and knowledge I have had from the 7 years of detailing I've been doing, I would love to impart into the YouTubers out there. I would love to impart into anyone who's trying to learn, whether they're enthusiasts or you guys even own a business yourself. I'm not just here for myself. I'm here for you guys. So once again, Beau Million here, signing out. Thank you so much, guys.